All right, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another Throne and Liberty Battlegrounds video. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about what is broken about the Battlegrounds and the thing that absolutely has to be fixed before Ranked comes out. Now, I think I have a little bit of a different perspective on this. I think that the problem with the Battlegrounds is the spawn, right? I don't care about people being able to queue in as a six person. That makes things a little unbalanced. I don't care about ending up against stronger characters. That makes things a little imbalanced, but it's overcomable. What is not overcomable is the fact that this spawn right here is an extremely narrow exit that leads into a highly defensible, highly enclosable position that is very difficult to escape for the defending team. So if you push a team back to this location, to their spawn, you have a much easier time containing them than they have getting out. And this has been a problem that has existed in every single arena style combat game with respawns that has ever existed, right? First person shooters, Counter Strike, Call of Duty, all of those games have these very same problems in all of their deathmatch modes. And they have already solved these problems, right? The solution is more exits from your spawn or switching spawns whenever the enemy team closes in on your spawn point, or very, very long death timers so you can clear your spawn out before the other team has the ability to come back and refortify that position and hold you inside of your spawn. Now, we're going to go through this match here, and you're going to see one side, I don't know which side yet, but one side in this match is going to push the other side into their spawn, and then the game is going to be over. It is sort of overcomable in this game because you do have the ability to fly. You do sort of have the ability to escape your spawn if you get pushed back. Unfortunately, it is more difficult to escape spawn than it is to hold you into spawn, and that's bad. It should be easier to escape than it is to contain. Now, what I'm doing right now is I'm just trying to find myself a capture speed buff so that I can capture the objectives faster. There we go. I just got one. And so now I'm going to be running around trying to capture some points here and see if we can't get some multipliers for our team. Now, it's possible that I'm going to end up on the team that pushes the enemy team this time. And it looks like that is what's going to be happening. We appear to really be getting down on the other team here. So we're probably going to end up winning this one. I've lost so many today, but I don't want to win this way, right? I don't want to win with this garbage strategy of push your enemy back into their spawn point and then just kill them at spawn over and over. And this is a huge problem that's happening, and you can see my team is mostly in their backfield right now, and that's all we're doing, right? Is we're just pushing them into their spawn. And so I mean, the game's over at this point because of how many people we have over at their spawn right now, because of how few people I see as I'm running around out here collecting buffs. This is all I'm going to do this game is collect buffs because I'm a tank. I don't really kill people. So there's not much point in me being at their spawn attacking. I'm going to be out here in case somebody comes and actually captures one of these locations out here or something like that. Then I'll go out and I'll recapture it for my team. And I'll just let my team do whatever they're doing, killing people at the spawn there. But you'll see, and we'll go look at it here in just 1 second. Actually, let's just go look at it now. We'll go look, and you'll see that the enemy team is going to be trying to escape. They're going to be flying out over the top. At least a couple of them are. The ones who haven't given up yet are going to be trying. There's a person there in their wolf form that just got past. We've got, yeah, here's an enemy that's trying to escape, but he's going to get murdered. We've got some more enemies flying down onto this spot up here, but they're getting murdered. And just every single time one of the enemies comes down, right, they're getting engaged in this fight. They're being taken in by this fight, and they're not able necessarily to escape because they're just getting tied up by that fight there. And so this is an extremely good strategy, right? It is definitely the best strategy in the game, is to hold your enemy in their spawn And the reason for that is there's nothing they can do about it, right? It takes much fewer people to hold the enemy in the spawn than it does to win by being out here actively doing things. And so you just sit there and you just kill them. So let's talk a little bit about how this can be solved. Number one, you can actually get into your enemy's spawn, which is crazy, right? The fact that I can get into my enemy's spawn is pretty unacceptable, and just shouldn't be happening. But that's a pretty easy fix, right? You just raise the elevation of the spawn point. And I think that's kind of what's going to happen all the way around, right? Is you're going to have to raise the elevation of the spawn point. Look at this parapet up here. If it was that high, you could never get up there. But you would also be able to fly farther, and there would be more exits. So this is what needs to happen, is this parapet needs to become where the spawn location is. And then you need to be able to come off at all of these different points up here. And you need to be able to fly further. I'm kind of getting my booty smashed here. I'm really not... Oh gosh, the game's already over. Yeah, well, I mean, there you have it. That's it right there. We pushed them to their base. A few of them tried to escape and tried to push out to the objectives. They were never able to get to the objectives because they didn't have any support. And then they lost. And that's just all there is to it. There's nothing they can do about that. And so that's the problem. And the solution is pretty simple. The solution is don't have this little garbage courtyard where I can stack 24 people and all you have is the ability to come out of there. You could barely fly 10 feet and then I just murder you, right? Raise it all the way up to the top of that parapet up there, which is about 2.5 times the height. So I'm going to get more glide time, which means there's more area that I can land on, right? Maybe I could land on some more of these roofs. There's all kinds of different stuff that I can do from up there. Or make it so I can't land on these roofs, right? Increase the slope of them so I slide off or something. I don't know what you're going to have to do, but you have to do something because this is an unacceptable exit to the spawn location. The spawn location should be higher and it should be more dynamic. I should be able to exit at any of these locations, right? In the middle, on the far side, all of these different places, because then I can't get spawn camped. And if I can't get spawn camped, then the fight becomes about the objectives. The fight becomes about, killing your enemy strategically. The fight becomes about the score multiplier, which is what it's supposed to be about. If ranked launches and we still have this problem, then ranked will be an absolute joke. Because again, the minute you get pushed back into the spawn like this, it's game over. It's 100% game over. So hopefully, I also think that they need to increase respawn timers. I think that will also help pretty significantly with the problem. But number one thing they have to do is you got to raise the elevation of those so people can't actively get into your spawn. And then you have to increase the number of locations you can get out. At the bare minimum, there need to be 2 locations. But honestly, I'd like to see just a big flat surface up there where I can exit at any location. Right? Because the more places that I can potentially land, the more places I can potentially get to, the harder it is to spawn camp me. And it should be difficult, right? That should not be how you win. Killing your enemies in very, very small waves as they spawn is a terrible, terrible victory condition for this particular game mode. So thank you all very much. If you got any value out of this, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. I'm having a lot of fun here in the battlegrounds in Throne and Liberty. I think it's a great mode. It's definitely the reason I'm back in the game and still playing and still streaming every day. So come hit me up on Twitch or YouTube while we stream. And don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button. Thank you all very much. I hope you have a great day.